What is happening, guys? It is Danny Lads 1989 and welcome. This is a brand new series on the channel. It's FIFA 22. It's Create Your Own Club. I am so excited. I didn't think they would ever bring Create a Club to FIFA. Thankfully they have, and I'm really excited for this. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight into it and I'm going to tell you what club we have chosen. Now, I wanted to choose a club that was realistic. I wanted to choose a club that I could bring back from the dead, if you like. I wanted to choose a club with a bit of history. So I chose Hereford United. Now, Hereford United, if you don't know where Hereford is in the West Midlands of England. It's very, very close to Cardiff, Bristol, Swindon, Oxford, Coventry, a few other places, Leicester, which is really, really good because now in FIFA 22 you can have a rival club. So we have a lot of rival clubs around us that we can choose in, in the leagues and stuff, and that's really useful. So let me give you a bit of background on the club. The club was formed in 1924. Spent most of their football in the lower league tiers of English League. I think one of their most famous wins was in 1972. They actually knocked out Newcastle United of the FA Cup. So go ahead and Google that and have a look. Now I'm going to tell you what happened to the club. In 2014, they actually dissolved as a football club due to about a £1.3 million worth of debt. Now, I'm not sure where the debt come from or anything, so you'd have to Google that, Wikipedia that for some more information. But as far as I know, the supporters or the owners of the club or the managers or whatever it may have been went to a local business to try and sort of relight the fire for this club. Now, they had to make a Phoenix Club, which this Phoenix Club is Hereford Football Club. And Hereford Football Club is still going today in the National Conference League in the North. So, really a lot of information about this club, and they are really fun to look up. So, do look them up and have a look. So, Hereford United, Create a Club. Here we go, guys. That's the club name sorted, guys. As you can see, Hereford United, we've called them United as the nickname, short just Hereford, and then obviously HFU for the 3. Now, the team we are going to be replacing. Now, it's not nice to really replace any club. They should have kind of adjusted it where you could just add a team in, but I understand why they did it, because they have to redo all the games and things. So we're going to have to choose a club. So I have thought about it, and I've just thought, I'll get rid of Barrow just because they are fairly new to the English League. I think they've been in the English tier for a couple of years. So we're going to replace Barrow as a club. And then our closest rival, as far as I can see on Google Maps in League 2, is actually Newport. So Newport are the closest rival in League 2. So we're going to go Newport County as our rivals. I'm going to go ahead and create the crest, the stadium and the kits, and I'll be right back with you. There you go then, guys. It is created, our club kit. Now, I actually went to Nike and Adidas and asked them for a sponsor. They flat out refused us and said we are too small as a football club. And yeah, we had to go with Umbro, which, do you know, I quite like the classic Umbro kits. Now, you're probably going to ask, why did I choose these colours and why did I choose the crest? Now, as you saw with the crest before, it actually has a cattle head on it, which is why I've gone with this one. So obviously it's a bull's head, very similar, and it's got the white, the black and the red. Now, the white, black and red is another bit of history for you. So Hereford United's nicknames for their clubs is either the Bulls, hence the crest, and the Whites, hence the white kit, or the Lily Whites, because they are classically known to have a flat-out white home kit. So I've gone with as much white as I can. I've gone with a white, black and red theme, and then their away kit is actually a striped black and red, hence why I've done the two kits the way I have. Another bit of history for you, their ground is actually the Edgar Street ground. It's on Edgar Street, so I've just called it Edgar Street for now. Once we get further into the save and we get higher in the leagues and we get a new stadium, we will call it the Edgar Street Stadium. Here we are then, guys, quite possibly the most important part of our save, the squad. Now, the squad, I wanted to be very realistic with this, so I've gone with half a star to start us off. As you can see, we've got some quite low rated players. It's not going to be easy. So I've gone with a balanced squad. Obviously, I didn't want to go young or very young so that I've got a chance to develop these players. I want these players to be as you would in League 2 of football. You just come up from the conference, you're in League 2. You'd have some older, some mid-range and some lower. So I've gone with balanced. I've given us a flat-out 1 million transfer budget. You can't go any lower. And obviously 1 billion, which you can do this year on FIFA. We don't want to do that because it's not very realistic. So £1 million. Now, when it came to the board expectations, I wanted this to be a bit more realistic to what I think would be important. So I've gone with the custom and I've gone with domestic success as high because we do want to be challenging for the top of League 2 and try and get straight into League 1. So obviously when it gets to the transfer window, make a couple of transfers, maybe bring some youths in, try and make our squad a little bit stronger. Continental success I've put as very low because Cup we're not going to be bothered in whatsoever. The goal in this series is to get to the Premier League and lift that Premier League trophy. That is the goal. Financial I've left on low because obviously we haven't got a lot of money, we've not got much to do with, so I've just left it on low. So it's not going to be, you know, they're not telling us to save so much money or use, you know, wage cut and stuff like that, so I've just left it on low. Brand exposure I've done medium because obviously we want to at least try and bring in some shirt sales, get some new fans in. We're a very small club, we've got to try and get our name out there. Now, youth development I've put on high because obviously we do want to bring in some youngsters to develop to make us a stronger club. So everything is as go there. I will advance now and show you the settings we're going to have it on. So we're going to have it on world class. If it's too easy on world class, I will push it up to legendary, but I'll stay with world class for now. 5-minute games, obviously still in currency. We've left Europeans on. I'm going to put the negotiations on strict to try and make it that little bit harder. So if obviously I try and, you know, go and sign Messi or Ronaldo, they're just going to flat out say no, sorry. So it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for signings, which makes the episode more exciting. I'm also going to turn. In fact, I'll leave internationals. I'll disable actually because we're not going to do any internationals in this one. I just want to win that Premier League, so we'll get rid of that. And then I'm going to also disable the first transfer window to make it that little bit more difficult. Obviously, you can only have a look at free agents, stuff like that. But I want to try and bring in a couple of youths. So I'm going to go ahead and start us up in our brand new career, and I'll hit you back when we're at the main menu.
A warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
Right then guys, pre-season. So pre-season, obviously I'm not going to do, I will just simulate pre-season, but you should always use pre-season because even if you don't go through to the finals or win it or anything, you still get some prize money which goes into your budget. So always just choose the most expensive one. As you can see here, 750,000. I'm going to go ahead and accept that, which is going to go obviously into our transfer budget. Even if we don't win, we'll still get a certain percentage of that. So here we are at the menu. Now, something that I didn't give you the background information on is our manager. Now, you saw the cutscene before our manager came in. Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of history behind why I've chosen Mr. Turner. Now, Graham Turner, forgive me Mr. Turner if it doesn't look like you, I tried my best, but Graham Turner actually is the second longest serving manager in English football, behind Sir Alex Ferguson, obviously, who is the longest serving manager. Graham Turner is the longest serving manager at Hereford United, and he almost completed 14 seasons at the club. So I thought it was only fitting to bring Graham Turner back. Like I said, apologies Mr. Turner, it doesn't look like you, tried my best. But yeah, Graham Turner is our manager. Well then, that brings me on to the squad. Now, looking at the squad, it doesn't look brilliant, I'm not going to lie to you. We are going to need either some youth players or maybe 1 or 2 free transfers, because obviously we only have a small budget. Speaking of our budget, I will just check while we're on our board expectations. I'll see what they want from us yet. Welcome to pre-season, which, like I said, we will be simulating. Youth report. Let's have a look if we've got any decent youth, shall we? And see if there's 1 or 2. Looks like a nice little centre mid right here. Looks like he could be useful. Maybe one or two that are not going to be brilliant, which we'll have to see if they grow at all. So I'll have a quick look at them later. What I want to see is our board expectations. So our board expectations, obviously youth development was set on high. So within 2 seasons, sign 4 youth players and have them in the senior team and play at least 20 matches. Yep, that's not difficult at all. I'm sure that we will certainly need that. Brand exposure. Now, this is something that I considered sort of medium. We wanted to bring in a few. It's just get a streak of 3 wins in away matches. So I'm hoping we'll be able to do that. Whether we do or we don't, we'll see. Obviously, I put financial on low, so just want us to finish the season with a profit margin of 6.4 million. Don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but we'll certainly see how we get on. Obviously, domestic, we want to be challenging for that top. We'll see how we get on. All they want from us is avoid finishing in the bottom half, so that's not too bad. They want us to get to the round of 16 in the FA Cup. Like I said, cups I'm really not bothered in. I will be simulating cup games, and then within 4 seasons try and gain, we certainly want to do it before that, and then obviously Continental I put on very low, so there's nothing there. So that is our board expectations done. Like I said, I'll go and sort the squad out and I will come back to you and see what we've got. So then guys, I have gone through the squad and I'm not going to lie to you, it is not good in any way, shape. It's not good. So we've got 1 or 2 half decent players, but I have had to switch things around because it just doesn't look great. So the right back position was a real flop at the minute. Originally we had this 50 rated player at right back. He's just not going to do, because 50 rated is just not going to happen. It's really, he's going to struggle to get in tackles. You've also got this 50 rated right back. So at right back we were really struggling, so I've had to put our left back, Savage, at right back, which I've also swapped him on his development, so he's going to be our new right back. I've had to swap French over to the left, which he has obviously also gone on his development, to swap him over to the left just to strengthen that back line, and I've had to bring in Watson to be a bit stronger. So we've not got the greatest squad in the world. The rest aren't too bad. We've got a couple of 57s, couple of 58s, but we have got Jeffrey in centre defensive midfield position, who looks pretty decent. Obviously not too old, he's only 27 years old, so he's got a little bit of chance to get better. Obviously we've got Koch at the centre back, who is 64 rated. He's probably going to be an absolute saint this season, to winning tackles and stuff like that. Obviously currently our captain is French, which we're going to stick with him for now. We'll see after a couple of games if I need to change the armband to anybody who more deserves it, but for now we are not looking great as a squad. So the youth development that I saw right at the start, I went through it and I spotted 2 very good looking youngsters. So Leon Morley, who is played in centre mid or cam, looks really good. 17 years of age, he's 71 rated. I am not going to mess about. This guy is getting called up instantly to strengthen that cam position. Also we've got Wilson here, Kirk Wilson, who is 49 rated, but he has a potential between 75 and 94, so I'm going to leave him just for now to see how he gets on, if he gets any better, because obviously 49 rated, we said a 50 rated player wasn't good enough at right back, so he's only 49, but he is 16, so I'm going to leave him where he is for now, and then we will see how with the addition of Morley goes. So I'm going to bring off another Wilson straight away from the bench and put Morley straight in there, so he's strengthened the front attacking line straight away. He's probably going to be I'd probably say our main man, providing through the middle. So we've strengthened a tiny bit to start us off, but we certainly need to sort out the youth development, which I'll go ahead right now and I'll show you after. Right then guys, as you can see, obviously I said I was going to go over and sort out a youth scout, but as I will show you now, I've moved the sliders up to be 85-15 for obviously wage and transfer, and as you will see here on youth staff, there isn't, well, we have one star, but as we know, he's not going to bring us anybody decent at all. Now, the only ones that I can see, obviously, is a 2-star and a 4-star, which we can afford. Now, I'm hoping that while we simulate pre-season, it will give us the extra cash to get either one of these two, so we will be able to get a better scout. So I will leave it for now. We will go and simulate the first few games. We'll see how we get on, and we'll see what kind of money we can bring in. So here we are, guys, at our first pre-season match. So we've got a message here off what looks like the captain. Greetings, boss. On behalf of the whole team, I wanted to welcome you to Hereford United. We've got plenty of work to do. Believe me, we've got plenty of work to do. And then Leon Morley, obviously, we just brought through the youth academy. I've been dreaming of this happening. This is giving me chances. Good. I know there's more to come from you. I was impressed. You don't let me down. I mean, we haven't seen him in action yet, so I'm impressed with you. Yeah, hopefully you'll do well. I'm hoping that he will be a very, very important player for us at the start. So, against Berlin, for the first pre-season match, we would line up exactly how you would think we would, because it's our first ever game. So, Lacey up top. You got Watkins, Morley, and Jackson in the cam positions, left, right, and centre. We've got Jeffrey and Dyson in the centre defensive midfield positions. We've got French, our current captain, at left back. Watson, Crotch, and Savage in the back four, and Wilson in goal. So we're just going to go ahead and quick sim that, see if we can get any sort of result there. We lost 2-1. But never mind, guys, it doesn't matter. Like I said, pre-season is just one of those where it's just a chance to earn a bit of extra cash, and hopefully it will be able to bring us in that scout. So same again, assistant manager, don't forget to use substitutes. Yep, I know that. So we're just going to do the same again, guys. I'm just going to quick sim. Obviously a few of them are tired, but it's a long way since the start of the season for League 2, so I just want to get some play time in them. And as you can see, we've actually won our first game. Watkins with the first goal, and then they equalised, and then the 80th minute, Leon has scored to make it 2-1. So we've actually got a win there, so we might actually progress through the group if we can get a result in the third game, and it'll just bring us in that little bit of extra cash. I'll just go ahead and get rid of that quickly, and then we'll see if we can get through training day. I will go ahead and simulate this, guys. It won't be a second. There we go, guys. Got rid of that training for you, and we are in the last game of pre-season. We need a win, obviously, to progress, but we will see what will happen. Again, we're lining up the same. Like I said, I know they're a little bit tired, but I want to get the most play out of them as possible, so I can get them ready for the start of the season. So quick simming again. Let's see what result we get in this game. It's a 1-1 draw. It might just be enough to pull us through out of the group stage. Let's have a quick look. Are we going on, or are we out of pre-season? I think we are out of pre-season. We are out of pre-season. Never mind. It doesn't matter. We got 163,000 cash to add to our total sum. So that might be able to help us get another youth scout. So we'll have a look now, because obviously the one star that we've got is just not going to be good enough. It's not going to bring us anybody brilliant. So we have a 4-star, 3-star that we can bring in, which is not the worst to start us off. I'm tempted to wait out and see if we can get a better one in the next week or two. So that's what I'll do. I'll hold out. We will simulate forward. If there's any transfer news or any messages or anything that pops up between now and the start of the season, I will let you know. If not, I will see you at the first game of the season. So here we are, guys, at the first game of the season. We have Stevenage away for the first game of Hereford United's, in the first game of the English League. So what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm just going to see if the youth scout reset itself, and we can get a decent youth scout. We can get a 4-star for just about enough money. So I'm going to go ahead and sign Lucas Roberts for our youth scout. I'm going to get him scouting straight away in obviously the English league, because that's where we are, the English league. We haven't got much, you know, we haven't got many resources to be going to different countries and scouting other things. So I've just sent the scout for England, and hopefully Lucas Roberts can bring us in some really good youths and we can progress on to get some decent players. Like I said, the squad is lacking a little bit, but with the addition of Morley from the youth scout, he is going to probably be our main danger man. Obviously our back four is a little bit stronger now that Savage is a right back instead of a left back, and French is also going to be a left back instead of a centre back, which has strengthened our back four a little bit. Watson's a little bit you know, weaker. He needs to certainly get that defensive quality up, but we'll have to do with him for now. We've not got a bad midfield, and I'm hoping that Lacey in striker is going to be our main man scoring the goals, with Morley supplying him. So we're looking quite good to say that we've had not the greatest squad to start off with, but we've had one or two of the youth scouts in, and I'm really excited for the first game of the season. So guys, I will leave episode 1 there. I didn't want to drag this episode on too long. I wanted to give you a taster of what's to come. I am going to upload this series every single day, so don't forget guys, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because this series is going to go live, or at least an episode live, every single day. I'm going to give it you daily. I'm going to be doing 3 games per episode. So obviously the first game of the season, Stevenage, and then another 2 in the next episode, and then so on, and then, you know, we'll see where we go. So like I said, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Do not miss out on Hereford United. We are going all the way to the top of the Premier League, and hopefully to win the Premier League. So I will see you in episode 2 guys. Take care. It's been DannyLads1989. Love you, bye.